Chakshorunmritam jena tasmi Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON Bulla official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 13th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, in which there is description of sinful reactions. So we have discussed earlier that Indra killed Vrutrasura. There was fighting between Vrutrasura and Indra, and there was prayers of Vrutrasura, famous prayers we have discussed. So after killing Vrutrasura, what happened? That is being described in this chapter, chapter 13. In past 15 verses, it is stated how Indra was chased by sin personified. Now, when all the demigods requested Indra to kill Vritrasura, he refused because Vritrasura was a Brahmana. The demigods, however, encouraged Indra not to fear killing him because Indra was protected by the Narayana Kavacha, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. As we have discussed, this Narayana Kavacha was given by this Tvasta's son, Vishwarupa. And even by a glimpse of the chanting of Narayan's name, one becomes free from all the sinful reactions of killing a woman, a cow, or a Brahmana. The very harmful sins. So it is stated in verse 8 that Brahmaha, Pitraha, Gogna, Matriha, Acharya, Ha, Bhagavan, Swadaha, Pulkasko, Vapi, Sudhyen, Jasya, Kirtanat. In this way, that however dreadful a sin may be, but Jasya Kirtanat, by chanting whose name, all the sins are mitigated. So one who has killed a Brahmana, one who has killed a cow, or one who has killed his father, mother, or spiritual master can be immediately freed from all sinful reactions simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Narayana. Other sinful persons such as dog-eaters and chandalas who are less than Sudras can also be freed in this way, but you are a devotee and we should help you by performing the great heart sacrifice. If you please Lord Narayana in that way, why should you be afraid? You will be freed even if you kill the entire universe, including the Brahmanas, not to speak of killing a disturbing demon like Vritrasura. In the purport of Bhagavad says, the Hare Krishna movement offers everyone a chance to be purified regardless of birth or family, as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 4th chapter, text 18. Kriya Dhanandra Pulinda Pulkasa Avira Sambha Javana Kasadaya Jani Chapapa Jadapa Sreya Sreya Suddhanti Tasmi Prabhu Vishnu Nama. That means Kiratas, Unas, Andras, Pulindas, Pulkasas, Aviras, Shumbhas, Javanas, members of the Khasa races, and even others addicted to sinful acts can be purified by taking shelter of devotees of the Lord, for He is the supreme power. I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto Him. Even such sinful persons can certainly be purified if they chant the holy name of the Lord under the directions of your devotee. So, following these instructions from the demigods, King Indra fought Vritrasura, but when Vritrasura was killed, everyone was satisfied, but King Indra, who knew Vritrasura's position, he was not satisfied. This is the nature of a great personality. Even if a great personality acquires some opulence, he is always ashamed and regretful if he acquires it illegally. Indra could understand that he was certainly entangled by sinful reactions for killing a Brahmana. Indeed, he could see sinful reactions personified following him, and thus he fled here and there in fear, thinking of how to rid himself of his sins. He went to Manasarovara, and there, under the protection of the goddess of fortune, he meditated for 1,000 years. Hmm? Described in verse 15, always thinking of how he could be relieved from the sinful reaction for killing a Brahmana, King Indra, invisible to everyone, lived in the lake for 1,000 years in the subtle fibers of the stem of a lotus. And the fire god used to bring him his share of all yajnas. But because the fire god was afraid of to enter the water, Indra was practically starving for 1,000 years. Demigod, you see. In the purport, Vishwanath Chakravarti says that it is not difficult for Agni to enter water, but it delivers the share of to Varuna. This was guarded by followers of Shivaji, and thus sin also couldn't enter. Sin person part couldn't enter because it is guarded by the followers of Lord Shiva. So in 16 to 23, 8 verses describe Indra how he was relieved of sin. Described in verse 16 that while this fact is being described by Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, the assembled sages were thinking how the heaven was going on at that time, how the administration, because Indra is the administrator. So in this verse it is clarified. Tavat trinankam nausa sasasa vidya tapo yoga badanubhava sasampad aishwarya madantha buddhir nitas tirasam gatim Indra Patniya. That means, as long as King Indra lived in the water, wrapped in the stem of the lotus, Nahusa was equipped with the ability to rule the heavenly kingdom due to his knowledge, austerity, and mystic power. Nahusa, however, blinded and maddened by power and opulence, made undesirable proposals to Indra's wife Sachidevi with a desire to enjoy her. Thus Nahusa was cursed by a Brahmana and later became a snake. So in the purport, Siddhartha Goswami says, Trinankam means, what is its meaning? Real meaning is, no akam dukham jasmin Trinankam, where there is no dukha, no misery. That is called Punya Loka, that is Sargaloka. And Sachi Devi is the wife of Indra, and actually there is a story that this Nahusa wanted to enjoy Sachi Devi because he said that I am Indra, you are my wife now. It is stated by Acharyas that actually in one day of Brahma, so many Indras changed, 14 Manus come. But Indras may change, but the wife of Indra, that is Sachidevi, remains the same. She doesn't change. So, anyway, Nahusa wanted to enjoy. So, she asked the spiritual master, that is Brahaspati, what to do. So, he advised that you ask him to bring a palanquin being carried by rishis, so that you can accept him. So in that process, he committed offense, Mahusa. That's why Agastya caused him. That he was so much agitated by sex desire that he wanted the rishis to move fast. That Sarpa, like that, he told. And in this process, the leg of Nahusa touched the body of Agastya Rishi. So Agastya Rishi caused him, you become Sarpa, you become snake. So it is described in Mahabharata how he was relieved of this snake body. Anyway, Indra later performed a great sacrifice with the help of exalted Brahmanas and saints. In this way, he was released from the reactions of his sinful killing of a Brahmana. So, there is description of the Phalastruti, two verses. What happens to them who hear this story or this incident? It is stated that in this great narrative there is glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana. There are statements about the exaltedness of devotional service. There are descriptions of devotees like Indra and Dhritarashtra, and there are statements about King Indra's release from sinful life and about his victory in the fighting of the demons. By understanding this incident, one is relieved of all sinful reactions. Therefore, the learned are always advised to read this narration. And you are hearing this narration, you will also get the same result. What result is there? If one does so, one will become expert in the activities of the senses. His opulence will increase and his reputation will become widespread. One will also be relieved of all sinful reactions. He will conquer all his enemies and the duration of his life will increase. Because this narration is auspicious in all respects, learned scholars regularly hear and repeat it on every festive days. So this is the result of hearing this narrative. So in the purport, Srivastava Goswami says that Pathadi Vidhatum Akyanam Stauti. That narrative is stated, and also what is the result, that is Akyanam Stauti, that glorification of this Akyan, this incident. So in this way this 13th chapter was finished, and in the next chapter we will hear Chitraketu lamentation of Chitraketu. Who is this Chitraketu? We will hear. Who is this Dhritarashtra? It is described in the next chapter. Thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.